Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. My name is Artem and here is the news. For 549 days, Ukraine stands strong against the forces of the Russian invasion. President Volodymyr Zelensky informed in his evening video address that on 25th August, 3 Ukrainian pilots were killed in the crash of training aircraft in Zhytomyr Oblast. Among them was Andriy Pirshikov, call sign Juice. Quote, he was a Ukrainian officer, one of those who helped our country a lot. My condolences to the family and friends, to everyone who knew the guys, said the president. Zelensky informed that the investigation into what happened is ongoing and it's too early to talk about the details. Juice was an active advocate of provision of F-16s to Ukraine and dreamt of flying one of these jets. He visited the US several times and gave many interviews to the foreign media to support the provision of modern jets. Zelensky emphasized that this year Ukraine should do all the necessary work to get the F-16s in the Ukrainian sky. Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council of Ukraine Oleksiy Danilov informed that Ukrainian forces managed to destroy the modern Russian S-400 Triumph anti-aircraft missile system in Crimea on 23 August using a new Ukrainian-made missile, reports Ukrainske Radio. He added that it was produced by Ukraine's defense industry and its development started in 2020. The Defense Intelligence of Ukraine stated that the S-400 system was completely destroyed in the explosion as well as the missiles on it. The crew was also killed. We would really appreciate if you could recommend us to your friends and family as well as share information on social media. This way more people would learn about the podcast and truth about Russia's invasion. Ukraine's Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov has urged journalists to wait for the investigation into the controversy surrounding summer-weight military jackets purchased for Ukraine's armed forces, reports Interfax Ukraine. At the same time, he made no comment on the involvement of an MP's relative in the purchase. Reznikov added that he had no idea why the jackets were sold at a lower price in Turkey. On 10th of August, the media outlet Zerkalo Tizhnya reported that in 2022, a Turkish company had sold summer jackets to the armed forces of Ukraine under the guise of winter jackets, thus charging higher prices. The outlet's website has a package of supporting documents for one of the batches of goods. It shows how 4,900 jackets worth $142,000 were transformed into 4,900 jackets worth $421,000. On their way from Turkish to Ukrainian customs, the jackets transformed from camouflage jackets into windproof winter jackets. Ukrainska Pravda found out that Vector Media, the Turkish company that supplied Ukraine's Ministry of Defense with these jackets, turned out to be co-owned by Alexander Kasai. He is the nephew of Gennady Kasai, a Ukrainian MP and member of the Servant of the People Party, as well as Committee for National Security, Defense and Intelligence. Ukrainian boxer Alexander Usyk defended the title of Unified World Heavyweight Boxing Champion for the second time, knocking out Briton Daniel Dubois, reports Suspilne Sport. Dubois was knocked down for the first time in the last seconds of the 8th round. After a combination of blows from the Ukrainian, the contender got on his knees and was able to stand up, after which the opponents were dispersed by a gun. Dubois' knockdown in the 9th round put an end to the fight after a powerful blow from the right hand of the Ukrainian. The referee signaled an early knockout in favor of Usyk. He dedicated his victory to Ukraine and the armed forces. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast. We're a commercial initiative of just two people and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.